Hi everyone, I'm Leslie of Succulent Social in Australia, and I have just been to the garden and came back with a bunch of succulent cuttings. Today I want to show you how we propagate these cuttings to grow roots and eventually become a new plant. So once you have chosen your plant, you can start cutting the mature ones, and which ones you choose to cut depends on what size you're after. You may want to leave the smaller ones so that they can continue to grow, still attached to the original plant. Try to cut as close as possible to the stem joint. At this stage, it is okay if your cuttings are full of leaves, as we will remove some leaves later to reveal the stem. Now, should there be puppies or babies growing, just cut above them, let them continue to grow in the original plant. The next step is to remove the bottom leaves to reveal the stem, which is the part that will be planted in the soil and where the roots will eventually grow. Do not throw away the leaves, as we can use them for leaf propagation. We will share with you how we do leaf propagation in a separate video. It is important to remove the leaves from the base, making sure the ends of the leaves are clean. The trick is to twist a little as you're pulling the leaves. So twist and pull. If the leaves are broken in the base, it may end up not developing pups. But if the leaves are damaged in other parts of the leaves, but the base is clean cut, keep it for propagation. We usually allow about 1 to 2 centimeters of stem to be exposed. Here are the cuttings. It is important to air dry them first before planting to ensure the cut is no longer fresh and has already calloused. Otherwise, they will just absorb all the moisture in your soil and might eventually rot. The amount of time for air drying depends on your type of plant, its size, and the weather in your location. For us, about a day is enough to get the callus. Now the next step is optional, but it is recommended. We dip the cuttings in cinnamon powder. Cinnamon powder acts as a root booster and also protects the succulents from diseases. We just dip the succulents into the cinnamon powder, coating the part that had been cut. Some may use rooting powder or rooting hormone, but whichever is available is fine. Next is to plant the cuttings in the soil. So you will need a well-draining soil mix, pots, a stick or a skewer, and a gardening tool to ensure the stems get buried well in the soil. Now let us start. First, fill your pot with soil, filling up to about 1 centimeter below the rim. As some stems might be soft at this stage, use a stick to create a hole where the stem will be planted. Next is to gently push the soil around the stem to secure it. Do not water for about a week or two, and place in a shaded or partially shaded area, and do not expose to direct sunlight until they are stable. After a few weeks, if you notice dry leaves at the bottom of the plant, that is just normal, as it means that the plant is using its stored energy to grow roots. After about 3 to 4 weeks, you will notice that the roots are forming. Please avoid pulling the succulents from the soil, as this will disrupt root growth. But if you must check if the roots have already built up, a good indicator is when you gently but not completely pulling the plant from the soil, there is resistance as the roots have already formed. You can gradually introduce more water and sun until such time that your plant has acclimatized and can be cared for together with your other succulents. Now congratulations, you now have a new plant. We hope that you find this video helpful, and if you wish to, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more tips and information about growing succulents. Thank you and happy planting from Succulent Socialist.